Okay, this has been a really, really rough week with my yard. With my yard and my garden and the weather and you name it, it's been bad. We lost a tree. Yep, big old giant tree that was as big as that is now broken all over. Branches thrown all over. So that's bad. That's bad. It blocked the whole street, everything, county had to come out, cut it up. Now it's just a mess that we have to deal with. So that's bad. Sorry, walk up my hill, walking up the driveway. So after that fiasco with the down tree, I'm back to work now. So I got home from work and I wanted to get a little bit of stuff done in my garden. Walked out to my garden. And I was not happy with my garden. And I'm going to show you why. Yeah, so I think everybody knows how proud of my garden that I am. I take a lot of pride in it. And I put a lot of work in it the last couple weeks. And I was really looking forward to planting because everything was ready to go. I got my couple tomatoes in here, which look great. Oh my gosh, what is that? Something else is growing. That's not supposed to be there. That looks like a pumpkin. Ugh, gosh, the hits keep coming. And I'm gonna keep showing off my good stuff because I'm pretty upset about the rest of it. With the frost, I did the potatoes. I don't know what happened to them. They must have got, you can see what happened to them actually. That's what happened to my potatoes. I am hopeful that they're gonna come back. If you see, I'm kind of digging them out. I tried to dig out most of them, but there's green leaves under there. So it is what it is. We move on. Same through this stuff. All the green foliage that was there, the stuff that looked good, all gone, all burned up. Had them covered, but didn't help. So I had just gotten over dealing with being upset about my potatoes. I lost 2 whole rows of them. I'm crossing my fingers that they'll come back. I mean, you see that the green leaves are coming back, but it may have an impact on how many we end up getting out of those rows. But now, on my terraced hillside lovely garden, with doing the work that we were doing, one of the logs that I used to keep the row in place was moved, was taken out. A truck was backed into here. We dumped all the compost. The truck came out. Everything was fine. The log was not put back on the top row. And we've had torrential downpours. We've had so much rain. Roads are still flooded 2 days later. There's still road closures everywhere. There's been so much rain. And I'll show you what happened to my garden. With my terraced garden being on a hill, when I constructed it, it was very important that I knew and understood where the water flowed. And I'll take you right now on the path of where the water flows. Right through here, also through here. And then if you look up, goes all right through here and here, and it goes and turns into this row. This row was mulched and ready to go. I had it all prepped and ready, and now the mulch has been washed out. This is pretty much clay right here, and all the compost that was added is all right here. This is all compost now, and you can see it's compost and sand, and I don't know, it's just like crappy. It's all crappy. I'm really mad about it. It looks terrible. I mean, this side still has mulch on it, and this side's mud. Mulch and mud. And a mess. This is a lower spot right here, so the water came this way. And there you go. It went, and it kept on going right out of the garden into the yard. What I'm dealing with now, I thought I was ready to plant. I thought I was ready to get everything going. Now I feel like I took about 8 steps back, and I'm not happy about it at all. 8 steps back. Now I have to go back and redo the whole infrastructure. I have to move a bunch of dirt around. I have to get this all leveled out. I have craters running through here. I mean, that's like 6 inches deep. I'm trying to be optimistic, but I'm having a hard time right now. And the only things that are looking decent are those 1, 2, 3 rows right there, plus the box on top. I think I lost 18 days worth of work in one night. And I have to stay optimistic about it. It is what it is. I still have rows, I still have dirt, I still have my plants. All is not lost, but I'm back to work now. I started working 3 days ago. This happened yesterday. So all the work that was put in on my time off has been washed away. It is what it is. Can't sit here and pout about it because that's just time wasted. So I'm gonna get in there with a rake, move some mud around, or get that top row put back in place the best that I can, and just go from there. I think this right here is what kills me the most. This stuff is rock solid. Look at this. I have rocks in here. I've never had to deal with any rocks in here. Everything has just completely washed. If there were rocks in here, they were deep down, and now they're at the surface. Everything was able to get moved around. This was the best spot that I had in the garden. I probably lost 8 inches. 8 inches of compost and compost, mulch, organic material, anything that I had thrown in here is not here anymore. That corner keeps everything where it needs to be. In that spot, it starts, not only does it slope down, but it slopes this way in that corner. So that part holds everything up at the top. And then when that corner is not there, you see it all goes straight down there, goes there, all the way into the yard. So I'm gonna be out here for the next few hours just trying to get this all put back together and trying not to cry because this is pretty disheartening. Having my garden on a hill, yes, it has challenges, and this is one of the challenges, but it's so important to understand where your water's flowing, how it flows, where it goes. And even though I don't have perfect rows in my garden, it's perfect for the landscape because it holds everything where it needs to hold it. I put my garden into the landscape. I didn't change the landscape to fit my needs. It's going to be a long night. I keep hearing the ice cream man. If I see it, I'm getting ice cream. I need it. I got my money. I just want the music to be louder. Bad day turned around. I'm gonna eat my ice cream and get back to work. I'm rejuvenated. I feel better. These are chicken snacks. They know I have something. Lost a lot of daylight, but I reestablished this bed here, added this border and this border. This is what we took out, and that's what caused everything from right here to flood all the way down. So reestablished the border on each end. And then this one, there looked like there was quite a bit of a drop off here. So I added a line of bricks here. So again, that's gonna help from water flowing this way. It's gonna keep it from washing up the dirt and soil, everything from there. Same thing with this. The water's gonna be rushing down here and it's gonna stop right here. It's not gonna continue washing. I wasn't planning on doing this whole thing, but once I started, I just kind of went with it. This will help keep all the mulch in place. There is a little bit of washout that does happen. So that's going to keep that in place, but it wasn't too big of an issue. But like I said, I just kind of kept on going. Same thing with that. It's going to help keep everything in place. So I just ran that all the way down there. I'm going to have to get a little brick and set it in that small spot. And then last, I'm going to add a couple bricks right here in this little hole to prevent any washout going out the garden. I kind of feel like we're back where we were at. Almost, not quite, but almost. All right, I was outside working last night until about 9:45 is when I came in. And it looks like the work that I put in definitely paid off because everything is still right where it needs to be. I was curious as to how this all held up. It's nothing changed over here. And we had heavy rains, heavy rains, and it's raining right now. See, it all tried flowing. This is what I normally see after a rain. I see no changes in my garden. That's exactly what I want to see. So I was really upset when I came out the other day and everything was gone. Whew, crisis averted. It was hard work, but it's done. And because I was just out here working late last night, I just said, forget it. I need to plant some stuff. So I got some tomatoes put in. I was debating because the weather's going to be terrible, but my garden does not flood. It absolutely, if there's one thing I can say that I love about my garden, it does not flood. Also last night, I put in a row of peppers. I don't give this corner enough credit. You can see how it's kind of washed up on it a little bit, but yeah, without that in place, it caused a lot of damage. Even though it took me all night, everything is fine. It's all well. Everything's put back in place. And I just keep moving forward. Enjoy your day. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and hit subscribe.